things are gonna be a little different this year. We're mixing up the format a little. I organized all my clothes this year and donated the things that were old, and apparently I donated my red v-neck, so we're getting this year, and I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine, because 2020 was a whole fucking year of mixing up the format. So it's only fitting that the Valentine's Day video, after that shit show of a fucking year, we're going a little chaotic with it. The cocktail it's not, I don't actually know what this is. My girlfriend made it for me because she knew that I was shooting this video, and she said that she knows my taste and she knows I'll enjoy it, so that's all that really fucking matters. I've got some stuff to make a Jesse's Burning Heart in the fridge. I've got Fireball and stuff, but if I can be honest, this is probably gonna be my only drink of the evening. I'm a social drinker. I don't drink by myself unless it's for a video specifically, so my tolerance is very low right now. Unless you've been living under a fucking rock, you might have noticed we don't have the most opportunities to go out right now. So if I consume more than one drink this evening, I may die. Cheers. Ooh, wow, that is delicious, and I have no idea what it is. And you know, that's what I hope 2021 is like. I hope it's great, and we weren't expecting it, and we still don't get it, but I just need it. We need a fucking win. We need a fucking win, y'all. I don't know why I'm starting the video with this energy. I am so intense. I've never started one of these with this. I'm so sorry. But I am passionate, and it's Valentine's Day. Let's fucking go. I'm taking my shirt off way early in the fucking video. There was recently a snowstorm, so I did not get the strawberry cake mix that I was going to make some strawberry cake mix cookies. I had to improvise. I have chocolate cake mix, and we're going to make colored. Where the fuck is the other one? Khaleesi, did you steal one of these? Khaleesi, are you fucking kidding? How did this, what? Okay, I had a red food coloring and also a pink one. They were on the table when I went to start the video, and then Khaleesi jumped on the table and was like, I want fucking food. So, what the fuck? I have no, what even? I'm so upset. Khaleesi! Okay, I guess I'll just get another one. Luckily for her, I'm a hoarder of these fucking things. Okay, as I was saying, we've got frosting, and I'm gonna put pink and red food coloring on the frosting, and then that's the Valentine. Fuck. I really wasn't planning on taking my shirt off, and now I'm not sure if I should just put it back on. Okay, you know what? Looking over these questions, I don't think you guys will mind. I should probably do an actual intro, huh? Greetings, kings, queens, in-betweens, and neither beings. Welcome to another Valentine's Day video. If I do the intro now, it doesn't. Fuck it, let's just go into it. You know what this is. Along with all the rest of the stuff that's different about this video this is the first Valentine's Day video I've made where I'm not single. In fact, I have an overabundance of partners. I will be celebrating Valentine's Day with my girlfriend, and I did not plan on having a girlfriend for Valentine's Day. In fact, I have a tattoo scheduled 2 days afterwards because I was like, I'm not doing anything. I tried to get it scheduled on Valentine's Day, and my tattoo artist had plans. Crazy. Who has fucking plans on Valentine's Day? I organized everything around that. I got shit to do. I'm only making appointments at places that are being responsible, wearing masks, doing temperature checks at the door, all that fucking shit. So I don't want you thinking that I'm like indoor dining, because if you are indoor dining right now, I'm being responsible. Don't worry. More in protection. I'm putting on a condom as soon as I walk in the restaurant. Do not indoor dine. Listen, I also have a boyfriend, which is why I was like, not only am I not single for this video, I'm aggressively not single. It's very out of character for me, but I am not hating it. I'm still pretty aromantic, but for the first time, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry, we'll get to the Valentine's video in a second. You know what my videos are like. I go off, there's threads. I'm still pretty aromantic, but I am experiencing romantic attraction for the first time, in a long ass time in the last couple of months. I'm sure I'll mention it in a Pink Blue episode in the future, but the more severe side effects of testosterone therapy that I was getting, such as, lack of romantic attraction, super horny, all that shit, they started to lessen slowly over time once I went from bi-weekly shots to weekly shots. Because it was like a super concentrated, like, this is all the testosterone you need in one fucking shot, and now it's like a slower dose, like 1 week. It's much better. I'm much happier. And I've got just the right amount of romantic attraction, just the teeniest amount where I feel it for this one person, and I haven't felt it for anyone else, and maybe it'll be more as time goes on. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Cheers. No, you know what? It's on topic. We're talking about Valentine's Day. We're talking about love and romance. This is hitting me very hard. It's not even that alcoholic. I'm quarantine. Quarantine's been hard. Quarantine's been hard. Okay, let's fucking get to it. Oh no, I just realized I didn't put the butter in the microwave. Ugh. Okay. That's funny, but like all of the people that I am dating right now are married. The other day I was like, I could get married if I wanted to. Like, it was never an option for me just because all of the people that I am dating are married, so I can't get married to them. What a life I live. I feel weird not wearing something for a video, so I guess we'll do this. I'll leave it unbuttoned so I look like the love interest in a teen rom-com. I know my audience, okay, and I need to keep them happy. 90% of my funding comes from Patreon. I know what you guys are sponsoring me for. I am just as surprised as you that I don't have an OnlyFans at this point. How do you feel less anxious on Valentine's Day? I think the key is just remembering that, you know, its main purpose is just to make you spend money. I was a marketing major before I was a writing major, and so I know that the main purpose of marketing and all the fucking holidays is just to make you spend money. It's just to spend money. They want you to buy cards. Like marketing, I quit my degree. I changed majors, rather. I guess that's a cleaner way of saying it. Because I got 2 years into my degree, and then they got to the point where they were like, cool, all right, this is the part where we teach you how to manipulate people and make them feel shitty about themselves so that they'll buy your product. And I was like, oh, I cannot. My heart is too soft. And I knew it wasn't for me, and so I quit. Where's the whisk? Oh good, okay, I own a whisk. Yeah, you literally have no reason to feel bad, even a little. And in fact, if you do feel bad, capitalism is winning. So you fucking stick it to them by having a real fucking good Valentine's Day all on your own. You fucking hit them where it hurts, in their wallet, bitch. Oh, you don't want me to love myself? Well, fucking that's all I'm gonna do all day. Order in a pizza, watch some fucking Stranger Things, and masturbate. Bang. I want it more in the bowl and less on the whisk. I'm also gonna be honest, it is 4:30 in the morning. My sleep schedule's fucking weird. I woke up at 1 in the morning and was like, better film this video because I have my tea shot tonight and I don't want to be drunk while I put a needle in my stomach. So I knew I had to film this like as soon as possible. How was your past Valentine's and how will it be this year? I'm gonna be alone on Valentine's Day. But if someone wants to be my Valentine's date, we will go see the Sonic movie, which is coming out on Valentine's Day. Why does this keep happening? It's all up to interpretation. The happy Valentine's Day. I mean, you know. It was fucking dope. I saw Sonic. I think it's very funny that like the last movie I saw in theaters was the Sonic movie. God, that's crazy. February 2020, Jesse had no idea that the fucking year was gonna be like that. He was showing people his apartment, trying to like get it re-let so he could move to Texas. I'm moving to Texas this year, but like, God, last year did not go how 2020 February Jesse thought it would. And you know, in some ways, it's really good. Honestly, I think I had to grow in a lot of ways, you know? And I wasn't emotionally ready to move to Texas. It was very abrupt, you know? So this was honestly a fucking blessing in disguise. I wouldn't have met my girlfriend. I wouldn't have gone through a lot of processing trauma that I had gone through this year. That last year fucking sucked, but in some ways it was better that I was here in Philly than in Texas. Isn't that weird, huh? How like sometimes you don't get the thing that you thought you wanted. And I think I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for all the times that I didn't get what I thought I wanted because something else was more important. We're getting deep. That's what she said. Is it okay for your friend to be your Valentine even if you're not romantically attracted to them? Of course, absolutely. This holiday is about love. If you love your homie, spend time with your homie. You can watch Stranger Things and masturbate together if you want. Not at the same time. Nowacking gets me a Valentine's Day gift every year and it's very sweet. My mom fucking rocks. She's instilled a lot of like positive masculinity in me. Where like, yeah, my mom gets me a Valentine's Day gift every year. It's cool. She loves me. The holiday's about love. I'm gonna eat some chocolates and think about how much my mom loves me. Like, that doesn't make me less of a man. In fact, it makes you more of a man. You gotta be fucking secure in yourself, you dig? What is the quickest way to your heart? Ooh. I mean, if I can be honest, it's probably food or drink. Like, if you're at a con with me or something and you've bought me a drink, I've never forgotten you. And I've also never forgotten the people who, you know, just buy me mozzarella. Someone just came up to me at a bar at a con and was like, can I buy you mozzarella sticks? And that fucking ruled. I love people offering to buy me drinks at cons, but it's a special kind of like understanding when someone offers to buy you an appetizer. Because the drink, sometimes I get nervous. Where I'm like, is this person trying to flirt with me? I'm so bad at telling when someone is flirting with me. I don't want to give them the wrong idea, but it's like, nah, I'm hungry. It's 11 p.m. and I've been drinking, and food sounds great. And also just treating me hyper masculine, as funny as that sounds. If someone's using like dude or bro with me, like it honestly is very hot. Like for sure, if we're just interacting in a friendship way, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. But like it is, you know, it's very hot for someone to acknowledge me in that way. That's one of the reasons that I'm dating my boyfriend, is because he used that with me in the beginning, and I was like, why am I hard? Always the why boner. Always the why boner. I don't mean this to sound fetishy, but especially hooking up with gay men, fucking rules. Because without a fucking doubt, they see me. All the gay dudes that I've hooked up with, I've never had to explain myself. They've always come... I mean, yes, but they've always come completely prepared and haven't said anything weird or shitty accidentally. They always know the right vocab. They're just fucking there. They've done their homework, and I appreciate it. It's very validating to be with someone that, like, distinctly is like, I am not attracted to women and I am attracted to you. Both of these things are true. Let's touch each other's penises. Oh no, the tablet turned off. I need to, no, don't power off. I didn't mean to double click. Okay, perfect. Whew. Yeah, as someone who doesn't really date men, I only really sleep with men. The reason I have a boyfriend is because he has been so that, all of those things. Except gay, he's not gay, but like, all the other shit. He's the first dude that I've actually wanted to be in a relationship with. Because, you know, I dated men pre-transition, but it was never because I was attracted to them. I didn't know that I was attracted to dudes back then. It was simply because they asked me out, and I was like, well, this is the thing you're supposed to do, so okay, guess I will. Alright, I'm gonna save this dough for the next batch. We're gonna cook those puppies. That's a bad sentence. I hate that. Don't cook the puppies. Unless they're like mini corn dogs or another delicious appetizer. Why am I'm so hungry? That is tasty. You got this in a previous Valentine's Day episode, but what is your ideal lady or date? Also, someone unrelated, but could you do more videos where you're just chilling in bed talking to the camera? No, commitment freaks me out. So that's like my main thing that's not great about me in relationships. So I require someone who is like okay with that. You know, I'm someone who needs time alone. Hi, Khaleesi. Why is it that every time I lay down you want to jump all over me? Not that I like being alone all the time. It's just, if things seem like they're getting serious, that kind of freaks me out a little. So I need someone who I can communicate with and be like, hey, I don't want to text for like a few days or like a week or whatever. And that's the reason that I'm with the partners that I am right now, is because they respect my boundaries. I'm very chill, so someone who is also chill, that would be great. I'm attracted to people with the same vibes as me. I also really need someone who is good at communication. That's like a requirement. If something's wrong, I need you to talk to me about it, because otherwise I won't know. And you know, I've had so many relationships fail because of that specific reason. Dating in general makes me so nervous because like, I don't know when to talk about so many things. I need to let you know that I'm trans. I need to let you know that I'm aromantic. How do I talk about that? There's never a good time to bring it up. There's never a time that isn't like a full stop to everything. Like, we need to have this conversation. Intimidation about it. It's funny though, a couple months into dating my current girlfriend, I still hadn't talked to her about it because like it's nerve-wracking. And eventually it came up organically and she was like I kind of figured. And that was like super fucking hot. That I didn't have anything to worry about, and that in fact she had already assumed that I was, and she still wanted to date me. So after that I wasn't really scared of anything anymore. And that's funny because through that I've been able to unlock some of the romantic shit that's been locked up in my brain. So I actually feel romantic feelings for someone for the first time, and it's neat. So yeah, if you're on testosterone and you've experienced the side effect of lack of romantic attraction, switching up your dosage might do something. But also, I am not a doctor, so talk to your doctor about that. Where was I? I wasn't giving medical advice. I was talking about women. I'm a goofy fucking person. I can be awkward. I'm Jesse. And I think if we start dating and you approach it with like, hey, this is Jesse, and don't try to change me into anyone else, then I will do the same and not try to change you into anyone else, because I don't want anyone else. If I'm dating you, then I want you. I have realized that I am a very interesting person to date because I am so confident and I love myself so much. But because of my history with abuse, I find that I am deeply unlovable. That's what I think. I think that I because of my history, I think that I am deeply unlovable, and yet I love myself so much. And you'd think that equation doesn't make sense, but brains are fucky. So also having someone who is assuring of me and you know, makes me feel handsome and smart and cool would be dope, because I think that I am those things, and yet I think it is impossible for other people to think that I am those things. It doesn't make sense. But you know, I guess if life was easy and brains were easy, then nothing would be easy, because everything would just be easy, and when everything is easy, nothing is easy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to give you an existential crisis. I'm trying to... Women. Talking about women. Let's talk about women. Ideal dates. Go. We go to a 24-hour grocery store at 2 in the morning. It's one of my favorite places. You can tell a lot about a person from... I think it'd just be fucking fun. Date number 2, we each pick one of our favorite movies and we watch them back to back. We consume popcorn and assorted chocolates. We give each other back rubs. I love my favorite movies and I want to see someone experience it for the first time. You can tell a lot about a person by how they are consuming the movie. Are they talking about what actors are in it? Are they going off on tangents? Are they really excited about certain lines? I got a writer brain, so I'm maybe all of those things. And vice versa, if this piece of media is really important to you, I want to see it. You can tell a lot about a person. That's the theme of all of the dates that are ideal for me. It's just getting to know you as a person and seeing what makes you tick. I want to pick apart your brain in a not creepy serial killer way. Maybe there was a different way I could say that. Nah, it's on film. We'll keep it forever. Live with that, Jesse. Live with that. God, I think those are the only dates I can think of. I don't know what's fun to do. I sit in my house and I edit and I work out and I write. And that's all I do. But if you're dating me, you already know that I'm a weirdo introvert. So I'm gonna have to cut a lot of footage of me just sucking on my fingers. That's for the OnlyFans. The dough just tastes so good. What are you doing, Khaleesi? Are you a baby? What is the weirdest thing to happen to you on a date or during sex? Khaleesi, you can't be here for this. You can't know that daddy has sex. Your dad fucks. Off you go. Live with that knowledge. Getting used to masked sex, you know, because of 2020 has been interesting. Grindr is full of dudes that are just like, come on over, let's have sex. And then you ask about social distancing and if they're wearing masks and if they're being safe, and then they ghost you. So I stopped going on Grindr in like June or July of 2020 because I don't fuck with that. But I had been talking to someone who also works from home and also does not associate with anyone else. So like it was kind of a perfect situation. We were really nervous about meeting up at first for like 4 or 5 months. It was mainly him, which made me feel a lot safer. Where he's like, hey, my partner is immunocompromised. I can't really risk anything, but I'm very attracted to you and I would love to see your penis. And I was like, cool, bud, that's great. So we chatted for a bit and then eventually he was like, I'm feeling all right. You promised you're good. And I was like, listen, I don't have a life. I don't see anyone. I do not leave the house. Groceries are delivered. I'm perfectly safe. If you're perfectly safe and I'm perfectly safe, I feel safe enough to meet up. And he was like, this is a little weird of a request. Would you mind if we both wore masks? And I was like, honestly, that was very cool. I felt very safe with this guy. You know, that like he was way more anxious. As an anxious person, it's great when someone else is more anxious than I am. So we met up and we've had sex a couple times where like we're both fully masked. We take off our masks for the, some other, I don't know how much detail I can go into. Mom, are you watching this video? Stop watching my videos. I don't think she is, but just in case. Wow, you know what? Let's crack open a Jesse's Burning Heart. My limits are actually a bit higher than I let on. I've actually been drinking a bit with like my girlfriend and some other friends when I'm potted with 5 people. It's a long story. We don't have time for that right now. I went on a date with a girl where she got in a heated argument with her mother for half an hour on the phone. And then afterwards she offered to suck my dick, which would have been lovely. She was very hot, but also I felt weird about it. I felt like she was embarrassed, that she had gotten in an argument with her mom on the phone and then was trying to make up for it by sucking my dick. And that felt a little too transactional to me. So I was like, no, thank you. And I did not call her. There was also some other weird things about the date. It wasn't just that, but I just find it funny that whoa. Ooh, yes, no, oh okay, I know. So I went on a date with this person and it was a really nice date. We went out to a restaurant and we had sex afterwards and we went our separate ways and I was like, this is cool, I'll probably call them again. Ooh, are the cookies done? Maybe like a few more minutes. The next day I went to the gym because I was working with a personal trainer who was a personal friend of mine. And I was like, hey bud, how you doing? And she was like, good, really good. Hey, this is like a super weird question, but did you go on a date last night? And I was like, yeah, I did. There's a thing on Instagram called Close Friends where it's not like a public Instagram story where anyone can see it. It's just the people that you designate as close friends on Instagram. And she had a friend who was posting private Instagram, close friends update story things, where they were talking about a date that they were on. They were like basically live tweeting. That's my translation of it, because I'm more on Twitter than Instagram. That they were talking about this date that they were on with this trans dude that was going really well, and that he was super cute and super funny. And they were listing these things about me, like jokes that I had told, like things that I was like, like waiter conversations that we were having, and things like that. That I was a Scorpio, and basically just these details about me. And it was all good things that they were saying. But as time went on, my friend was like reading into this and was like, this is so weird that it like she knew me enough that she was like, this sounds like Jesse. And I think that's fucking wonderful. That someone could know you to the point that she could tell through vague fucking descriptions of this person that it was me. Because as far as she knows, we don't know each other. My friend knows both of us. And to her, we've never met or heard of each other. We never talked to each other. So it is a complete coincidence that she knows both of us. And I was like, what's this person's name? And she told me the name, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's them. And we took a gym selfie together and sent it to them, which is so funny. It's so funny. And god, did I feel like I had the biggest dick on the planet that day. Sometimes I get worried about like, oh god, am I a good partner? Am I good to date? Am I like these things? Disaster brain just fucking goes on a fucking rant. But the fact that someone found me so charming and that they had such a good time on our date that they were live talking about it in an Instagram story, I think I'm good. I think I'm fine. I think I don't have to worry about if I'm a terrible person. Ooh, it is hot in this fucking kitchen. Those cookies look great though. Oh, also I made out with a girl at a party who found out that I voiced Saris in Hellsing Ultimate Abridged later and was like, oh my god. And she was like, okay, can I be weird for a second? Can I like just fangirl out for a second? And I was like, you have 2 minutes. And she spent those 2 minutes being like, fucking love that show, it changed my life, I love these lines, and then it was over in 2 minutes and I was like, great. Question, how do you meet people? What is the best way for an awkward gay introvert to do so? I'm so sorry, I might be the wrong person to ask about this. My friends call me a fucking cartoon character. I just kind of stumble into situations. Like one moment I'm making a joke about tangerines and then the next moment I'm invited to an orgy. I am blessed with himbo innocence. My ignorance and good heart allows me to walk through life stumbling into weird shit. I am good of heart and dumb of ass. OkCupid is what I would recommend. I had a lot of luck on OkCupid. Online dating in general, sometimes things start out as friends and then turn into something more, and if you are okay with the situation just being friends forever, just approach it like that, Because worst case scenario, you have a friend. Yay! And weird thought patterns, sometimes you meet romantic partners through friends. So the more friends you have, the better chances you have. So good luck. I still don't know what the fuck is going on. Can you give me advice? Thoughts on sex without penetration? Sex is sex. Sex is fucking great. Penetration is not essential to sex. Some people don't like penetration. And in fact, some people don't even come. I didn't come for 26 years, and I just kind of focused on the other person. Whatever sex looks like to you, that's what sex is. I'm gonna keep going on capitalist rants, but the media teaches us that sex has to look a certain way, and that fucking sucks. As long as you're having fun with a consenting of-age partner, fucking go nuts. Don't let capitalism win. Wall Street doesn't want you to come and they're furious. I sound like a pop-up ad that you get on Pornhub or something. Oh my god, this is great. If you're single, what's the best place to pick up a Valentine's Day date? Listen, there's some great dudes on Grindr who would love to come over and come in you without social distancing. I broke up with my girlfriend in December and I would like to go on dates. Friends say wait, but I feel good. Listen, you know your heart best and you were the breaker-upper, so you had time to process this and think about this, so you might legit be ready to date, and that's perfectly fine. But I would give you the advice that even if you don't want to, I would wait a little bit. Not because you're not ready to date, but more because every version of us is new. The things that we experience in life, we're always changing and evolving, and this version of you has never been single before. The version of you who dated your girlfriend, they had been single before, but you right now in this moment in time have never been single before. This is a completely new you, and it's fun being single. It helps you appreciate when you're actually in a relationship. Let them enjoy it for a bit. Really feel what it's like to be single. Because maybe, just maybe, if you do find someone to date, you might feel like, ah shit, I wish You know, you might be a couple months into that relationship and wish that you had been single a little bit longer. Just to feel it, just to really feel it, you know? So wait a few months. Watch Stranger Things and masturbate. Not that you can't do those things in a relationship, but just because it feels different when you're in a relationship sometimes. What advice do you give to someone who discovered they're poly but have been in a monogamous relationship for nearly a decade? Talk to them about it, you know? I've had this exact conversation with multiple people, because I am sometimes the only polyamorous person that my friends know. They're like, hey, I might be poly, but I don't know, it scares me, it's something new, it's something, you know, different. Again, capitalism. They don't want you to be polyamorous, they want you to be monogamous, they want you to buy the wedding ring and be with one person forever. Not that married people can't be polyamorous, there's bajillions of fucking people who are polyamorous and married. I'm dating like 3 of them. But you have a lot of love in you, and sometimes you want to share it with more than one person, and that's perfectly fine. I would talk to your partner about it. I would let them know how you're feeling. Open, honest communication is the #1 fucking step in a relationship, period, but especially polyamorous relationships. The #1 reason any relationship fails is communication. I would say that's like the top reason that most relationships fucking fail is people are scared to communicate in an open and honest way, because that's fair. It's a raw, scary thing. It's fucking frightening to share your heart with another person like that. Wow, I didn't burn the fucking cookies this year. God, I forget what I was saying before the camera turned off. Like last year, I'm filming the rest on my phone. Patreon.com/Nowacking if you want to help me get another camera. But none of this starts until you start it. You absolutely could just hide this part of yourself and then just bury it deep inside and be like, it's not a big deal, it's fine, I'm in this loving relationship and I don't want anything to get scary or change, so I can just deal with it. You could do that, you could absolutely do that, but it's going to catch up with you eventually. This is a part of you, and it's important that you talk about it to process it. It's a disservice to both you and your partner if you don't talk about it, because there's always going to be this thing inside of you that you wish you had talked about, and I would open up communication and talk to them and start with like, hey, I love you, this has nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. And this is a cool, exciting thing that I'm learning about myself. This isn't a bad thing. If you frame it in that way, I think it'll be much easier to talk about. And if you do decide to open it up to things and become polyamorous in the relationship, there's going to be different things that you deal with specifically because of that. So the communication is especially important, you know, because of that. In my first serious poly relationship, I was a huge fucking shithead. I was jealous and a jerk, and I didn't talk to them about how I was feeling. And eventually it fucking blew up. Oh my god, this cookie is shaped like a heart. Come look at this shit. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't plan on that. That fucking rules. Yeah, I wasn't talking to them about how I was feeling and these jealous feelings that I was feeling. And luckily, it was only because I was just starting testosterone and my hormones were all wobbly. So luckily, it resolved itself. I didn't have to deal with any of that shit. Like, it just like, I hit a point where my hormones stabilized and I was like, oh cool, I'm not a jealous shithead anymore. But I'm very fortunate in that and very rare in that. Like, you have to work through your problems. I'm very lucky that it just like solved itself for me. I was like, nope, you weren't jealous. You were just acting out because you were a fucking teenager. Your brain and your body were going through second puberty and you couldn't handle all the hormones. But I've experienced karma because I have also been that person afterwards that has, you know, multiple times have a married couple opened up their relationship to being poly. I've hooked up with one of them and then they've been like, hey, we can't do this anymore because we're not handling this well. And I was like, cool, okay. And that makes me feel shitty, of course, because you kind of blame yourself and you're like, ah, shit, you're like, this is my fault, but you can't. This has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their relationship. They need to have healthy, honest communication and boundaries and all of that shit set. It's not on you as the other person, you know. It's not your fault. And you should never, ever feel bad for your dick being too bomb. I'm sorry the sex was too good. Maybe if I sucked at it more. My wife and I have been married for nearly 5 years and known each other for nearly 10. We used to have sex very frequently. Sadly, she became sick due to her job and her libido dropped to almost nil. And she's become more quiet and is prone to sad moods. I'm not upset about it, and our relationship is still going great, and we're working on our first house together. But I often feel guilty for missing what we used to have and who she used to be. I guess my question is if I'm being childish by longing for what we used to have when her health is a much more pressing matter. And how do I move past that? Thanks for listening and reaching out. You rock. First off, it is totally valid to miss something that you used to have with a person. Sometimes something changes and the relationship evolves into something else. And this is not just a you and her issue. Every single relationship grows and changes over time, and sometimes it changes in little ways, and sometimes it changes in big ways. And that was the part where you figure out what your new relationship with this person looks like. It's fantastic that you're still like, hey, I'm not mad or anything, I'm not sure how to deal with these feelings that I'm feeling, because that's exactly what the reaction to this should be. So you're already on the right track. This is still someone you love very much, and some things have changed, but that hasn't changed. Just like I was saying before to that other person, this is a new version of you. This is a new version of her. This is a new version of this relationship. So just learn and grow together. Figure out what this new relationship looks like. Okay, it's too hot in the kitchen. The stroke's coming off. What advice do you have for any pre-HRT trans folk looking to start dating as their truest selves? I would establish pronouns right out the gate. Things that are important to you, words that they should use or words that they shouldn't use, like stand there and be like, hey, this is who I am, and if you want to date me, this is what I need. Because it might feel selfish sometimes to ask for things that we need, but if we need them, that's important to communicate. I got a lot of love and validation, and it helped me conquer some things in myself once I started dating as my authentic self. And it looked like I felt I was on the outside. And people using the right words with me and the right pronouns just made all the difference in my self-confidence and myself in the bedroom, and everything just changed because of that. Wow, I got through all the questions at a pretty damn good rate. And the advantage to having a girlfriend is that I have someone to share these fucking cookies with. Literally every year that I've made these videos, I've been like, I don't know what to do with all these baked goods. And I didn't get drunk, which is great because it is 5:30 in the morning? Quarantine, no rules, baby. Is this technically day drunk or night drunk? I don't know, but it feels weird. Thank you for joining me this year for another round of what the fuck is even happening. Fuck, I think these are the same color. No, this is red and this is pink. Why are they? I swear these are the same color. 2020. 2020! Lacey, where are you, you piece of shit? This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't stolen my food coloring. This is the face of a criminal. Lacey, do you know what you've done? She always looks so upset. I know she looks upset because I'm holding her. She just looks upset all the time. You have two modes. It's sleepy and upset. Can you look at the camera? Can you tell them you're sorry? I love your weird little face. Off you go. Ooh, live with that. I know I'm just a tipsy dum-dum, but I hope that I've given somewhat good advice, if not comical. Cute heart one. I'm running out of icing. Maybe just a weird globby glob. Smooth it. We're doing it. We're improvising. 2020. 2020 was supposed to be our fucking year, guys. And look whose year it was. The Devils. Yeah. Good. 2021 is already looking up. I love you. Stay safe. Wear a mask if you're gonna hook up on Grindr. Why does anyone have sex with me?
Thank you all so much for joining me for another year of bullshit. I would like to give a special shout out to my patrons because my patrons on Patreon make these videos possible. Seriously, you actually do. I wouldn't be doing this without you. Thank you so much. I'd like to give a special shout out to my silver sponsors, Alex Buhner, Andrew Dunn, Babblepon, Kieran Benson, Cyberlink420, Dan Millington, Dane McRae, Jean-Baptiste Rousey, Giselle Nera, Gladys Shepard, Official PSI, Pocket Jawa, and Tusmarty. You know who else I'd love to give a special shout out to? My gold sponsors, of course. Thank you so much, Sam Bartram, Danielle Gormley, Marie Byrne, Doran McEwen, and Frank. Thank y'all so much. And especially thank you to my diamond sponsors, EPAM, Steve Streza, Matthew Elliott, and Tsukiyomi. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. I had some goofy shit that I want to show off because I was making the thumbnails for this, and if you follow me on Twitter, sometimes I tweet out like dumb shit, and I was like, hey, I usually struggle to find thumbnails for these videos, but this one gave me some pretty damn good options, and y'all started making shit posts, and I was so impressed. It was fucking 5 a.m. my time. I don't know what y'all were on, but you're funny as shit at like 5 in the morning before most people have had coffee. My audience fucking rules. Y'all are so funny and caring, and it made my fucking morning to see all this shit, so thank y'all so much. Yeah, here's the regular plugs. To enjoy your day, follow me on Patreon, or maybe follow, I don't know, do the things. I love you, drink water, stay safe, goodbye.